Okay, so one of the things I do early in the morning when I get up, if you can call it early, sometimes it is early, sometimes it's not so early, is I look over any messages that have come in over the nighttime hours, and I want to make sure that I take a look at those and get myself positioned to help these people or resolve any situations. Or sometimes there's offers and other buying opportunities, questions, those type of things. That's something I do right away in the morning, first thing, today on
The Crazy Picker Life with Wheeler, Dealer, and Banana Peeler.
Welcome, fellow pickers and would-be adventurers. Dealer here again, Thursday morning. Crazy Picker Life. Well, a couple of these that I'm going to share with you this morning have been going on for a couple of days, so it's not a complete surprise that I've got three things bundled up that I don't want to deal with. So it's not that I don't want to deal with them. I mean, when you're selling items, you're going to have some customer relation situations. You're going to have some packages that are lost or slow when you go international shipping. You're going to have some other disputes and things like that. So I'm going to share a couple with you here briefly. I've got three pending. All the items are $120-ish items. That makes them a little less exciting for me when I've got three problems with $120 items. All right, so number one is a Hasselblad camera original battery door cover. I'll give you a look at it here. Oh, can you see that? So it's a $120 battery door cover. It's a small little piece. I've looked over the pictures. It looks like it's in mint condition. I talked to Wheeler. He thought it was new old stock, where basically it's just a replacement piece that somebody has in case they need to do something. It turns out it must have been a replacement piece, and one of the tricks in probably a lot of industries, but one of the tricks in camera industry is somebody will bring a camera in for repair and they need a part, and the camera store or camera place will order, even the person will order a part, and then they'll take the old one and they'll slide it in the new packaging in case they need a replacement later. And then they'll take the new one out and install it. And so when we happen upon it, whether it's at a rummage sale, the flea market, or wherever we're buying from, we look at it and it looks pretty much new, and you don't know. So we did not install this battery door cover on a camera. Wheeler made the assumption after looking at it that it was new. This guy gets it. He says, I recently purchased a battery door cover for Hasselblad 553EXL. The button lock broke within 2 minutes of being on the camera. Clearly has previously been fixed with super glue or some other adhesive. I have the ability to fix my own broken button lock. I was really hoping for an original, not broken one. Da 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 da. I'd like to return it for a refund. So this person was very cordial. It's not the kind of message I like to see, because obviously a battery door for $120, you want it to go out and please somebody, and you want the money, right? So something like this, I don't knee-jerk react to. What I did is within this one came in, it's hard to tell. It says 4:52 a.m. That's probably Pacific time, so 6:52 this morning. I was back within this question within the hour, and I said, I used their name if they put it on there, and I said I wanted to check with my tech on that, and I would get right back with them. I went to check with Wheeler. And sure enough, we don't know. So I gave the guy a couple options on returning it, and I apologized for our mistake on that, told him a few other details, and I would expect to either hear back from him, just a cordial thanks, and or he's just going to send the thing back for a full refund. So that one's pretty easy to work with. I want to make sure that the customer feels like we responded quickly and clearly, and didn't waste their time too much. Obviously, something like this is not the way that we want to do business on the front end, but mistakes will happen, things will be missed. You can't get all those, everything. So that's how we handled that one. A few days ago, a case was opened, and I would rather, some people open cases without even contacting you. People have different perceptions about how eBay works. People have different perceptions about how Amazon works. Even when I was in the eBay business, I didn't realize how Amazon worked until I looked at it closer. I didn't know if it was just a bunch of customer service people I was going to deal with. So this person in another country, South Korea, what's happening over here? Real-time system status. South Korea opens a case. They don't contact me. They just open a case, and it says the buyer didn't receive the item. Buyer requested a refund. Comments, the delivery has been over a month. And so I see that come in, and the first thing I do is I do a little research. I pull up the tracking, I pull up the item, I pull up the address, I look that over a little bit. This particular item left the United States on the 29th of August, which when this came in would have put it at about 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 days from leaving the United States. And it's a $120 item, but I sent it first class postage, and so it can take that long. It really is out of my hands once it goes to these countries. Some countries are better than others. South Korea shouldn't be too bad, but depending on the timing of it, depending on the political climate, depending on a lot of things, it can go overseas and sit in a port. It can sit in customs. It can sit in the delivery area. Who knows? But there's no scans after the end of August. So I respond back, thanks for your message. I looked at tracking. It looks like the last scan was approximately 3 weeks ago in our country, USA. There's no scan in your country yet. First class can take this long and depends on many factors. Some packages are quick. Most take an average time. Some take longer. It's unknown when we ship how long it will take. Please consider finding your local delivery headquarters and presenting the tracking number. They may be holding it for you. Let me know what you find or if you need the tracking number. Best regards. So I don't have canned messages. I probably should. I don't have hard and fast policies. It is hard to internationally because some countries I know a little bit more about what's going on there than others. Some countries I have no idea. Some countries I'm suspect that they deliver packages by chameleon or who knows. They just throw them in a pile and see what happens. But this particular situation, this buyer was not, my mannerisms when I'm communicating with people, I would like to call them professional friendly. Like, hey, I'm on your side. I'm just some dude from Northwest Kansas trying to help you out. I don't know how it's actually portrayed, but I don't try to come across as a robot. I don't like put 2-word sentences. I try to warm up a little to the person. And so this person came back pretty much right away. It's impossible to confirm in Korea. Your tracking number is wrong. Delivery inquiries can only be confirmed by the sender. There's no way I can do here in Korea for now. I want refund. So now I'm like, oh gosh, this is not gonna play out too well. So in this particular case, a couple things can happen. The package may still be pending, and it may not even be delivered for a few weeks yet. So I know that could happen. The other thing that can happen is there's something wrong with the address, there's something wrong with this person, there's something wrong with the country, there's something wrong with the package, the label got damaged. Who knows? That package could be lost. It also could come back to me, which can take weeks and weeks and weeks and even months. We've had one package show up after 8 or 10 months back to us. Most of them do show up back. The problem is this person wants their money back now. And so I followed up with the tracking number. I followed up with their address printed out the way I sent it so they can look at that. I talked about adding a phone number on there so that this person could be reached. I mentioned we've had good success with that. And, I mentioned even with the phone number, delivery can take several weeks, even up to 8 to 12. I wish it was faster, but it is out of our control. Keep me updated. So I don't drop the person. But again, I'm trying to build a little rapport. I'm trying to explain the reality of the situation. First class, you can get something first class in 7 to 10 business days. It probably usually takes 14 to 21 average, and then some packages will be delivered after 4, 6, even 8 weeks, depending, right? This person's not having any of it though. They're like, you sent me USPS First Class Mail International. I win this auction July 24th. It has been over a month. You have to find this item. On the receiving side, cannot find where this item is located. So, So I may go to my postmaster. The problem is first class has very little scanning options. First class does not have the same tracking as priority. First class could be sitting in a truck somewhere for weeks and nobody would know it's even on there, as far as I understand it. So I probably will take that route if I can get a hold of my postmaster today. Sometimes it's easy, most of the time it's not that easy. When I do get a hold of my postmaster, a lot of times I can get help. I'm going to have to make a decision if I'm just going to refund this person and get it out of my hair. I'll check their feedback. I'll see if I think they're honest. Like if it does show up, are they going to come back to me? Some people will. A lot of people won't. I don't think this person is scamming me. This person is genuinely concerned. So I may also try to string them along, and I don't really mean it like that. But what I might do is I might put a hard date in the ground, and I'll say, all right, if it's not there by next Friday, contact me, and I will refund your money if there's no update. Typically, that's what I'll do. And then if that date comes, I'll do it. I'll refund their money, and I'll put some more information in there, let the chips fall where they may. And in this case, if it's not here by, say, next Friday, a week from tomorrow, chances are it's going to come back to me, and that'll be that. Now, this particular item, even though it's a $120 item, what am I going to be out? Well, I'm going to be out $20-some for the shipping. There's no way I'll get that back. I mean, I probably could go to the post office and fill out some paperwork. I don't know. I don't think there's any insurance on first class international anyway. It's not like priority mail. The item, I mean, if you divide it by all the items we have, I have some money in it, but it's not like I have $120 in it. It's, I might have $10 in it or something like that. So it's, it's not the end of the world. Would I like to keep the $120 in my pocket? Sure. Would I like to not lose a customer? Sure. So that's that, right? All right. I'll have to make some decisions on that. And it'd be nice if I had some hard and fast policies. A lot of these things I don't deal with often enough to have policies. It's more of sort of a decision tree. Someday I'm probably going to have to write this stuff down for whoever's going to work with the customer service. So that's something I need to think about. Okay, third one here, and this is going long enough. I don't know if you're finding this interesting, but these are real world problems that I encounter. This one is an odd one, a couple days ago. So another $120 Hasselblad item. I don't know what it is with Hasselblad here. We've been selling a lot of it, but having some trouble with the Hasselblad stuff. It's not the stuff. It's who knows what. So this person, I didn't look it up again, but I believe they're in California. And they contact me after they bought this thing. They're like, can you hang on to it for a couple of days? I'm going to be gone over the weekend. I don't want it to arrive until at least Monday. I'm like, okay, no problem. And I look at their feedback and I look at their address and I make the decision to put a signature on there because it's, yeah, I don't think it was an apartment, but I don't think it was Los Angeles, but it was a place that felt like, all right, it's a $120 item. I'm going to get a signature. This person, they had one other weird little comment in there that just made me raise a half yellow flag. No big deal. So I put a signature on it, and then sure enough, I get a case open. They don't even contact me or anything. It says the buyer didn't receive the item. Buyer requested the item, wants the item, and the comments. I don't understand, in quotes, animal interference. I successfully received packages from Amazon delivery, UPS, and FedEx. Why the issue with eBay shipping? Okay. So I look again over the address and the item and everything else. I look at the tracking to see. Sure enough, it says animal interference on there. I've never seen that before, but I can imagine that a postman went to this house and tried to get a signature and probably almost got mauled. It makes me think that there may even be some sort of weird, what would you call it? Track record here. Since this person had a weird request and they came back with this email that just sounds a little bit like, hey, everything should be great. I don't understand what could possibly be animal interference. I just have these attack cougars at the front door, and I can't believe that eBay shipping had an issue because Amazon and UPS and FedEx were perfect in every way every time. What is this animal interference? Did I turn into a werewolf? So that email's a little bit like, me? Animal interference? I can't believe it. What? Ah. So I'm like, yeah, great, here we go again. This is typical. I haven't had this one, but I've dealt with them all. So I say, good morning. Yes, that is an interesting message on tracking. I'm not sure. My package person may have put a signature required on the package, which I did. Would you check with your post office to see if they had a problem with delivery at your location? Question mark. Best regards. So that's Tuesday. And today's Thursday, no response, So the person obviously has put it on my plate. Am I supposed to trace back and call their post office? I mean, I could. Am I going to get anywhere with it? Can I call them? I probably will try to contact this person once again, and then I probably will have to call the post office or talk to my postmaster and see if I can get this thing sent back to me. Because if they think it's animal interference, you think that they're going to try to go down there and get bit again? I doubt it. So, this one's, oh my gosh, it's payday. It's payday. It's payday. It's payday. Good grief. Trying to get in on me with these pop-up commercials. So, what do you do in this situation? Well, again, I'm going to run it through the channels. Worst case, I definitely want my item back. I don't mind getting this delivered, but if somebody has a dog or an animal that is not allowing a delivery, if I don't put a signature on it, I just envision they're going to throw this thing on the porch or put it out there. It's a $120 item. The way this person handled this, where like it's not their problem, it better be there. I've got a dog and I'm scared of people coming to rob me, so what kind of neighborhood are you in? I don't know. We have dogs around here. But, we take responsibility for getting our packages and all that kind of thing. It's not that big a deal to, go down and get a package or at least communicate with me. So this person surely could be busy. This person could just not, care. Whatever. Could be old and not completely there, and I don't mean that by any disrespect. There's plenty of old people that are completely there and just move at a slower pace, whatever. So those are the situations that I'm dealing with. And are they typical? Yes. 3 in one day? We'll get through it. Okay. That took a while. Hope it was interesting enough. Okay, so the bottom line with customer problems, shipping problems, there's 3 parties involved. There's me, there's the receiver of goods, the person who bought the item, and then there's the shipping company or shipping companies, depending on how that works. There is some complexity when you go foreign, because it's sort of like flying blind. You don't know what's on the other end. You don't know exactly if your item has been handed off to a secondary shipping service or what exactly is going on. It's pretty complex. I wouldn't want to try to understand that. My goal is always to help the person get the item, and if that's not possible, I want my item back. I'm not against refunding. There aren't that many scammers out there. I don't want to be scammed. So, the way I dealt with it or am working with it may be different than the way you do. This is just my approach. Okay, a couple items went out. I sold the Learjet model that I picked up a little while back. It sold for $94.99 plus some shipping. I'm going to take a little time to pack that up and make sure it arrives safely. I sold a lot of cameras on one of my channels. It didn't go for much. These Polaroids like these, automatic 100 and a 360, don't go for as much as they used to. I just wanted to move them out. $12.84 plus some shipping. And we had 6 other small camera orders. So reasonably slow day so far. I think my sale starts again tomorrow, Friday morning, and will run through Monday. If I recall, this weekend is Labor Day weekend in the USA. It can be a reasonably slow selling time. People are getting ready for school. People are out on vacation. People are out camping. People are with family. People are taking a break. So who knows what we'll get. We'll take what we get. Okay, Did I mention this? I feel like I gotta mention a few of these things so that you know, I don't get firebombed. When you put your laundry out there, expect it to get washed, right? So anyway, the last thing to mention on these return type situations, the person in Korea that was getting this item, and it's been about 30 days, part of what you can read from people is they want to know that they're either going to get the item or they're going to get their money back. They don't want to be out the money either. So I usually will send a message reassuring them that I'm looking to resolve this. One way or another, they're going to get the product or a refund. I'm not going to leave them hanging. And so I try to assure the person that, especially if they're agitated at all or demanding a refund, that we will do that. We just have to go through several steps. And I'm sorry that it's ending up this way. Okay, let it go. I'm gonna let it go now and go on with my day, get a run in. Okay, a whopping day with 8 orders going out, a little early. Well, we'll have to see if this slow period carries on through the weekend or not. I don't know. It doesn't really point to any conclusive evidence. I'm starting my sale up again for 4 or 5 days, 3 or 4 days, 4 days. Tomorrow morning, Friday morning. And we'll see if anybody is tuning in to buy stuff this weekend. Who knows? Anyway, riding around in my Jeep. I had them look at it. They took care of a few things. Nothing major wrong with it. I still hear sort of a circular spinning noise, and I think it's my brake pads are. It's just the way that they've sort of wore, and they sort of have a metallic sound from time to time. So it may be something I have to put up with. I don't know, but I'm glad to have it totally checked out and things back in one piece. Okay, let's go down here and take a look at what's going on this evening. Not much, I'll tell you that. Oh, I got background audio. Okay, so I am taking a very low, relaxing evening, and Packers are on, and relaxing weekend with the family before the Momentum home stretch in September. Got a couple orders here I'm going to take care of tonight so that tomorrow I'm not working so hard. Juan has off 4-day weekend, and what do we got here? 4 orders, and these 2 items were also purchased, and the gentleman wanted combined shipping. I gave him that. I was hoping he was going to pay for that and I could pack it up tonight. I'm not going to pack that till I get payment in case he didn't like the shipping to Florida. Quite expensive, large package, reasonably heavy. So I'm going to keep up with packages and not have as much to do tomorrow. Let's see what else. No Friday talk. I've got a couple topics, but I made a decision that I'm just going to take it easy more or less. Monday, should have an episode Monday. I think I'll probably do my packing and take the heat off Tuesday. Monday's a shipping holiday, but with our sale starting tomorrow and everything like that, it could get pretty hectic over the weekend. Monday's show should be a good one. Hope you have a good Labor Day weekend. Maybe have some off time, family time. Maybe get caught up on some projects. Whatever you need to do, do it. I'm going to take it mostly low. For me, low is high. Who knows? I've been doing some tree work around the yard. I got a tree person coming in, removing some old 1927 trees that were planted when the house was built. And in order for the tree guy to get to the trees, I've got to take out some smaller trees so he can drive his bucket truck in there. Small trees actually are pretty big when you take them down by yourself, meaning me and the kids, me and the boys. That'll be fun. Always stuff to do. All right, thanks for watching. Appreciate thumbs up and questions, comments. There is a question and answer thing with Wheeler coming down the pike. I don't have the exact day yet. I'll have to fit it in when it fits in correctly. Wheeler's been listing pretty well. He made his incentive, some cash incentives that I gave him, so that's good. He's happy about that. What else? Pick well, list often. Dealer out.
Hey, Wheeler. Dealer Production.